Hello, I'm Maru, and I will, as you know, I did a lot of menus. For this one, I am talking about the character selection. For this specific video, I wanted to go over the work that went behind the character selection, what you as the player would see, would see currently, and then I'm also going to show what you would see if everything was working, I'd say, if all the duelists were finished you'd see all of their screens, but currently they are disabled and only showing two characters at the moment. And then I'm gonna show you guys different iterations we went with the screens. So please stick around to see all that. So as you currently see, we are on the main menu. From there, you're gonna go into play, which would then lead you to the character selection screen. As I mentioned, right now for you guys, there will only be two actual characters you can play. Everyone else is disabled. I will re-enable them later to show you each of them. But as you see right here, you have Terumi, and then the other character you can play as is Common. These few other characters is Justin, Mar, question mark, and then the demon is Justin. This little gray icon is Mar. The half circle is the three question marks, and then the target is your random. As I mentioned, many of these characters aren't fully fledged out, they're just random things. Terumi is the only one who actually had an actual somewhat style, just so we had something there. The other ones are just things I've taken from Unreal just to place down, be like, hey, look, this is something that you could see. As you can see, you have their descriptions, their names. It changes to each character. I've checked that multiple times. Buttons do work, can go back and play, confirm, and then it goes into this. But that's not really important. So now with this one, I did it so that all characters are enabled so that you can see them. So again, we have Terumi. Now we have Justin. Just a bit of his background, his information. Yes, he's a demon icon thing. Then we have Mar, still have common. Then we got the question mark. And then with this next one, which is the bullseye target guy, I forgot the name. If you press him, he chooses a different character. So look, Terumi's up. Now we have Justin. Back to Terumi. Common. Terumi, common, Terumi, common. Mar. So it really does just go over what it randomizes. So you might get the character twice, you might get a different character, but yeah, so this is what it would look like if everything was all filled out for them. You'd have all of them unlocked. But currently you just only have two unlocked because those are the only two that are fully completed. But hopefully in the future, we are planning to continue working on this. So in the future, all of them will be unlocked so that you guys do have more to play with. So now I want to go over a bit of things within the editor that we have. So as I've mentioned, everything is kind of separated but also together that they had to be in a specific layout. So for when the code was reading it, it's able to like group them together to actually show them. Because even though it doesn't seem like it, it all relies down to the actual button itself. So as you kind of see on the side that the Terumi button is gotten clicked. Within that button is actually inside a box, which that box holds the button and the image. That is all within a first horizontal box, which is the first line. So that's Terumi, Justin, and more. The second one holds common, question mark, and the random. So next up, then you have the bio switcher, which is switches between all the stuff that's its children. So it switched between Terumi's, Justin's, Mar, common, question. So if Terumi's got pressed, then Terumi's bio shows up along with Terumi's full picture. So that would be so Terumi's full would be um their name and their full image. Then you have the background and confirm. But it's the same for all of them. Anything that's full is the name and image. Anything within a horizontal box is the actual buttons that has an image of them. The image is generally supposed to be like a close-up of the face, while the full image on the side is the full image. But again, these are all just things from Unreal, just classical little icons. But next up, what I wanted to show is different iterations that we went through. Oh, specifically, I went through, kind of, you could say. So the first one would have to be test one. As we can see, because originally we wanted on one side was the player. On the other side was the enemy. So you could click first whoever you wanted as to play. And once you do that, you would confirm it, and then you'd have to go on and choose your enemy. I really didn't know how to do like I'd say the bio for them. So I was gonna have it appear as a tooltip that you could read. But this one was kind of scrapped because it was like, hey, we're running out of time, so we're just gonna have the player choose who they want to be as. So then, which kind of led into another version, which was this one. So you get your player, then you have your back button, your next button. It's kind of what you see already on the final. But it was still a bit iffy, you know. There was a lot more of the things we needed to add, which wouldn't technically fit here currently. So then that would bring us to our full doodle of it. This guy. Again, he just looks like a bunch of colors at the moment, but there is more to it. So in this area right here, that is where your name is at. This big section is the full image, so that'd be the full body. Over here is your bio. These two lanes are the buttons, so you'd have Taru Tarumi, Justin, Mar, Ramen, etc. Over here is your confirm button. Your back button is right here. And then originally we had decided on having a little drop down where you could select how difficult you wanted the enemy to be. So it'd go by a difficult le meter of numbers from what I was told. I We didn't have enough time, so it's not implemented. It's not here. We're not doing it. We may do it next time, but for this one, we're not doing it as you saw within the actual thing. But when we do it next month, you can actually choose how difficult you want the enemy to be. But yeah, as you can see, we went through different things of this one, and it's like, okay, that's close to what we want, which then led into, okay, this is actually what we want. It does fit a lot of fighting characters' aesthetics. We thought it'd be cleaner to have the confirm button underneath the full picture. It's like, okay, I like what I see, I like what I read, confirm. The back button is over here, so that it doesn't generally get in your way. It's there if you do want to go back and you had all your other stuff. But yeah, as you see, this is generally what the character selection is in a nutshell. And this is what I wanted to show with you. I mean, yeah, the if you go onto itch, look at the blog post, which most of you are seeing this from. This video is doesn't really tie into any of problems or solutions. It's just this is what I wanted to show. This is kind of just how the brain worked and all of that. So I hope this was informative to y'all, at least to show you how everything is working and going along. But yeah, I do hope that you guys do end up enjoying this. It was fun to do. And I can't wait to, clean it up and actually make it better, have it expand to be something more. So with that, I bid you adieu. Have a good night or a good day, and see you next time.